It's that crazy time of year. Bam, we're live. We did it.
Heck,
Look at people in the people in the chat. Look at this. How many burpees are we making Sevan do for being late? Jeez Louise.
15.
Thank you. That's a palatable amount. 15 is good. Are you home?
No, I'm actually out in Utah.
Oh, okay. Those. How about those
I think
stairs?
there's a delay.
There is. You're pretty broken up. How's your signal? Are you on your phone?
Yeah. I mean, it says mine's all the way up. Let me get off the Wi-Fi. See if that.
Yesterday, I did a podcast with Bronislaw in Poland. He looked like he was parked out in the middle of a field, and the connection was amazing. Oh, I know exactly what your question is, Jake Chapman. I have a question for Spencer. I know. Yeah, I know you do.
Is that better?
Yeah. Now they're saying I have to do 50 burpees because of this delay. Great.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's perfect. Sweet. Thank you. How's that for you? Did the delay go away?
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, stairs like that, does that interfere with your training? Are you like, if like you have to go up and down those an extra 10 times?
As long as there's a bathroom up there.
Why are you in Utah? Training, vacation? What are you doing?
My coach is out here, so it gave me a chance to come out and work one-on-one with him.
And who's that?
Nick Fowler.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. So you're in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, I'm out here. Arthur Seminov's out here too.
Oh, how's his English?
It's getting better. I mean, it's definitely a little challenging, but it's getting better.
He's coming on tonight, and I'm just dreading it like no other. Like I cannot fucking believe I'm gonna have to deal with the translator.
Oh, is there a translator coming on?
Yeah, that's smart, probably, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Crazy. God, I'm such a prima donna. I just don't want to speak to anyone who doesn't speak English. How is he? I saw a photo of you with Nick Fowler on your Instagram. I wonder if I can find it. And there's a dude standing next to you, but I can't see his face. Is that Semenov?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, is he big?
Oh, he's massive. I'm so small next to both of them.
Who? And next to Fowler also?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find that picture. Oh, here. Is this it? Oh yeah, this is him. Yeah, he's huge.
He's massive.
Let's see if I can pull this up. That's the dude?
Yeah.
Shit, I had no idea he was big like that. Look at his feet. They're even like fucking skis. How big is he?
Probably like 6'2".
And wow, and that's funny. I haven't heard anyone talk about his size. That dude Nick Fowler was Roman's coach for a minute too, right? Basically got Roman to the games.
Yeah, he worked with Roman.
Yeah, cool. Well, shit. And are you at elevation?
It's a little bit of elevation. I'm training at Chris Mueller's gym.
Oh, okay. Do you see him?
I'll see him here and there. I think he was traveling.
Does he jump in any workouts?
No, he hasn't jumped in any yet.
Let's say you had a workout you were doing and he wanted to jump in. What's the etiquette on that? Could he?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, it's a workout with the CrossFit OG for sure.
and put it to him and spank him?
It depends what it is. That man's good at body weight stuff.
Hey, is this the first time you've ever? Oh no, I was gonna say, is this the first time you've seen him? But you saw him when you were a kid. You saw him all the time.
Yeah, I got to see him. I saw him his last year. He competed in California.
Okay. Second year to the games. Are you pretty pumped? 2 consecutive years.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Excited to show up and showcase what I've been doing.
Tell me about the semifinals. you made it by the skin of your teeth, right?
Yeah.
Is there a reason for that?
I feel like my fitness didn't really showcase, or I feel like the leaderboard didn't really showcase where my fitness was at. I had some issues with my sled in event 1, which was really frustrating, and it just put me kind of at a deficit through the rest of the weekend. But just happy I was able to get it done.
When you took 12th, when you take 12th, is there anything that gives you solace? Like, well, fuck, Justin shit the bed too. Like, do you say that to yourself?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just getting to the games, and then the leaderboard resets. I mean, Justin's first year, he won the games. He didn't win his semifinal. But yeah, I think it's just getting to the games, and there's a lot more events at the games. It's frustrating when, I mean, for me, I felt like something kind of out of my control happened, but again, our sport's still growing, and stuff happens, and it's just really being able to overcome that and really show up in the rest of the events. It's not a one event weekend for a reason.
What about the kind of workouts that there are? Like, I would have not thought in a million years that Luke Parker would have beat you at the semifinal. Yeah, that's not a dig at him. He's just it's his first. He's just coming off a team, and I just wouldn't think that he could beat someone like you.
Yeah, I mean, I think when I look at it, the average. I think somebody put out the average weight of the games athlete this year was like 6'2", 207 or something crazy like that. So I think obviously as you get more events, you're going to be able to test more things, and I definitely think there was like a little bit more of like a bias towards like a bigger, higher output athlete over the course of semifinals. But that's just where the test was this year. And really it's getting to the games and being able to successfully do that.
I mean, tell me about that 51st place. That is bizarre, right?
Yeah.
That's
I was like 12 minutes faster in training when I did it.
12 minutes.
Yeah. I was like just under 20. It was like, I think it was just under 20 or 20, somewhere in there. And then I got capped. I would have been well over, I think it was a 30-minute cap. But I would have been well over 30 minutes. What
was the workout again? It was 3 machines and then some. What was the other?
Yeah, I believe it was 3K bike, sled pull, 2K run, right, and then a 1K ski, and then sled pull.
And your sled came off its piece of toilet paper?
No, it was sliding off a little bit, but like my buckle kept rolling underneath it. So I tried to go up and fix it, and then I'd fix it, and then I'd pull it again, and it would just roll back underneath it. So I was like pulling the sled as like the buckle was underneath it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And did it feel weird?
It felt like a 1-rep pull every time. I pushed the bike in training. I was like, oh, like this will be fine. Like I'm going to push the pace a little bit. It was supposed to be a pretty good event for me. Like I've been working so hard on the machines, and then I got to the sled and I was like, oh man, like this is not what it's supposed to feel like.
Damn. Yeah. That is bizarre. 51st and 12 minutes faster in training. That's a trip. What was, when you come off the field like that, what is Nick there? Is Fowler there?
Yeah, he was there.
What's he say to you?
There's nothing you can really say. There's no good advice. There was 6 events, so there's still 5 more events to really make up for it. And we were the first semifinal. There was 60 athletes, so nobody really knew how the leaderboard was going to be. So would it be possible to come back? Absolutely, but it's how are the rest of the events going to play out, because we've never seen a 60-person roster in place.
Yeah, just from a quick glance to show you how big of a hole you had to dig out of. Every single person above you, the worst they ever got in a workout there is a 29th.
Yeah, I think the hardest thing was.
So you dug out of a crazy hole, dude. Yeah. I wonder if anyone made it to the games this year at a real semifinal. Not Africa or Asia, where they got a 51st and made it. I wonder if you dug out of the biggest hole.
Well, it's like somebody like Guy, because I don't know what happened, if something happened to his sled or what, but like there weren't enough athletes to get in between him in order to jump back up. I think he could have won out the rest of the competition, and I think it still would have been really hard for him to qualify. So like there's like perks and benefits to being in a stacked field, because you're going to be able to see it. You're going to be able to see it change.
I love your optimism, and you did it. Someone is saying Sydney Wells. Yeah, I remember. I wonder what hers was. I wonder if she took a last. I remember it was pretty crazy that she made it.
Yeah, I think she had a pretty big comeback, and I think Bailey Rell had a pretty big one too.
Overall, something like that positive for your career, right? I mean, that's going to be the biggest. Did anything weird happen after that? Did you cry after taking a 51st? Like, how do
you? No. I think it
did the voice come in? You're fucked. You're not making it.
I mean, I'd be lying if I said that didn't come in. But it's really just putting your head down, and I mean, all you can do is really just give it your all, and wherever the cards fall, they fall. But I just knew I knew it was a good weekend for me, and I just needed to go out and execute. But I will say it forced me, like when you're in a position like that, I don't want to say you can't take a risk, but it's harder to really go out there and like throw it all out in one event, because you can't have another placing like that. So I need to ride the line, but I still need to be a little bit conservative.
Because second grade Spencer Panchik is in there's like Spencer, this is you from the second grade. I can do math, and I'm doing some simple math here, and you're fucked. You should go out and hang out with Saxon and Scott it can't not creep in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
and so you have to kick that voice's ass. So do you talk back to that, or you just push it away? I
just push it away.
Yeah, shut up. You're fucking in the second grade. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Hey, does Scott say anything to you, or Saxon? Are they there? Like, does Saxon be like, dude, the family name, dude? I already fucked up.
I mean, with what happened to Saxon, it was definitely a little bit more motivating, because I'm like, we got to keep our name. We got to keep our name in the sport. It's like somebody has to make it. We got to keep this streak going. So that was definitely a little bit more motivating. But yeah, I mean, it was just really just putting my head down and just going. Like I've had this happen to me in a couple competitions, and I've fallen short probably 2 years in a row. So it's really just going and just leaving it out on the floor in every event.
That being said, you brought up a really good point. So of these events, you were saying that like you had to really be smart.
Yeah.
There was no room for risks. Can you give me an example of what that would be? Is that like you had a great snatch, 285. Congratulations. That's badass.
Thanks.
But would you have tried 290? Is that an example? Or
yeah, I would have tried. I would have jumped I think I would have probably tried to take one more lift, but I probably would have jumped to 290 or 295. But
that's all because of that first place finish.
Yeah, I mean, I knew 285 would have been good. I knew it would have been conservative, but I knew I could hit it.
And how about also I'm thinking on which was the Linda one? That was event 3.
Yeah.
I'm guessing on event 3 you took 10th. I'm guessing there's a spot where you're on the bench or something, and you're like, I could squeeze out one more rep. Better not. What if I get stopped? And you took a rest?
No, not so much. I mean, I needed to throttle it down. I think Linda was one. It was really challenging to be in the second heat on, because you're not feeding. I think it was me and Tyler Christoffel. We were 1 and 2 in our heat. And we were kind of battling it back and forth. But when I went back in and watched it, I think there were 5 or 6 other people that were within 5 seconds of us. So I think whenever you're in that final heat, you're able to really push off of each other a little bit more. It's, I don't want to say easy to fall asleep, but you become almost complacent. you're like, oh, like I'm winning this heat, or I'm doing well in this heat. And it's just, yeah, it kind of hurts you a little bit. I felt like in Linda and then the 800-meter run were like two events where I was in like I don't want to say a slower heat, but I wasn't feeding off of faster times.
And then you go look at event number 5. You took 20th. That's your second worst finish.
Yeah, that was the run.
So that was the 8 snatches and then the run.
Yeah, that was one I just was too conservative on. And once I realized it was too late.
Meaning you're on the runner, you have 100 meters left, and you're like, shit, I have more in the tank. I'm going to finish the tank with a little something in there.
Yeah. And that was that just wasn't the event to do that on. When I did that in training, I ran too hard and blew up. So I was like trying to find that line, and it was too conservative there, too hard in training. So it's just finding that middle ground.
Dude, look how close that is too. 16th place, 313, 19th place, 314. Or no, sorry. 16, 313, 17, 314, 18, 316, 19th place, 317. Oh, right by Tyler Christophal again. Wow. And then you're just a second. You're less than a second after that. Holy shit. I mean, you're 24 100ths of a second after Tyler Christophal. And then the guy after you comes in right basically at the same time as you, Nate Ackerman.
Yeah, that event was crazy because there was, I mean, no matter where you were, I mean, anybody could have done well in that event.
Yeah, six guys came in like 3 seconds.
Yeah, that one was a close event for sure.
Spencer, when you take that 20th, are you tripping again?
I didn't really.
Do you remember that?
Anything. Yeah, I do remember it. I didn't really think too much into that event. I just finished and I was like, man, like I messed that one up. But I knew the next event was going to be a really good event for me, so I knew I'd be able to make up some points there.
And then the event's over, and you're basically sitting there on the event's over, and you're just waiting for them to like announce who's going to go. How nerve-wracking is that? Do you know? Does someone yell at you, "Don't worry, dude, you made it," or does someone tell you, "Hey, you didn't make it"?
No, I knew who I needed to beat in that workout, and if I beat them, I was fine. So like I knew when I finished. So like that definitely took a little bit of the stress off me. But like last year, I was in the same position, and I didn't know how I did. And then it hit me whenever they announced it.
For some people, it's crazy emotional, especially the person who's on the cut. Was it crazy emotional for you too? Were you overwhelmed with emotion?
It's always emotional qualifying. It's just it's a very difficult process getting back to the games, and yeah, I mean it's being grateful every time you do it. It's a blessing.
Elise Carr-Riddell, I don't know where this question's coming from. This is a weird question. I apologize. Spencer, will you let Sevan cover you in the behind the scenes? I mean, if I were to be there,
I'd love it.
Wow, flattered. Thank you. You're crazy, Elise. I never leave my office. Why would I be going? I do have a ticket to Chicago, which is kind of weird. Heidi Kroom, is Saxon coming to the games?
He said he was. He said, I don't know what day he's getting out there, but he said he'd be out there. He better be out there. I'm projecting, but I think all of us, when we think of you and Scott and Saxon, we just think you guys all share one brain. So like if you have it like if you sit down for a steak, you're like, guys, I'm eating a steak, and then you know what I mean? Like you guys are in communication just every second. It's so funny because we'll walk into the gym and because Scott and I both work with Born Primitive, and like we'll walk in and we're literally wearing the same outfit like every time.
You know what's a trip is well, because we all knew Scott first before we knew you guys. It's like you guys are turning into him. Like when I was yesterday, when I was researching you and like going through and look at all your Instagram posts, my brain wants to say you're Scott. Like as you get older and older, you look more and more like him. But I mean, it's the only reason why I think like that is because he came first, right?
Yeah. We get called each other's names all the time when we're like competing or traveling. It's like, hey,
Does your
Scott, hey,
mom?
Sax, hey, Spence.
Does your mom do it too?
No, she doesn't do it.
Oh, because I'll do that. Like I'll get angry at one kid and I'll say the other two kids' names first, and then finally get to the right name. You know what I mean?
My dad will do it.
Yeah, like he wants to yell at Spencer. He's like, Scott, don't do Saxon Spencer. Yeah, that's how I get. I'm just get all fucking flustered and shit.
It's like you can't be mad anymore.
You have a kid.
I do not.
You know, it's okay.
Does.
It's Saxon does. Okay. Well, congratulations. Good, smart. Do you have? Are you married?
I'm getting married right after the games.
No shit.
Yeah, 2 weeks after.
And how long have you been with your fiance?
2 years.
And why do you think you're getting married? You like the way I said that? Why do you think?
Why do I think? I think it's time.
And is something you're excited about?
Very excited. Very excited. It'll be fun.
And then you'll start. Do you guys have plans? Like, you know where you'll live. You'll have a kid. You'll get a dog. You'll like. Is there? Or is it just like, yo, getting married's enough?
Getting married is enough right now.
Yeah. And how is it being an uncle? Saxon has one kid and Scott has one kid, or Scott has two now?
Scott has two, and then Saxon has 2 twin girls.
Oh, right. Okay. Thank you. I do remember that. So you have 4 nieces and nephews. Are you enjoying being an uncle?
I love it. My oldest brother has 4 kids too. So I love being an uncle. It's so much fun.
What's your older brother's name?
Sean.
Is he all S's?
Everybody's, there's 6 of us.
Sean, Spencer, Scott, Saxon,
Steve, and Shayna.
Oh shit. Wow. Well, does the whole okay, bye. See you. I wonder if you take the whole family there? If you're a games athlete, is it I wonder if it's like being married or having a wedding. Everyone in the family feels obligated to come because it's kind of big. She's a twin too. I wonder if they have 2 sets of twins. That would be crazy. Hey, do you have 2 sets of twins? Are Shayna and Steve twins?
No.
You're the only twins.
Yeah, we're the only twins.
And you guys are identical twins?
Yeah.
Were Scott's kids identical?
Scott doesn't have twins.
Sorry, were Saxons? Were Saxons? Were Saxons' kids identical?
Yeah.
Crazy. Twins are God. Was he stoked? Did you ever talk to his wife about that? Was she stoked or was she tripping?
Well, she's a twin too, but they were so excited.
Oh, that's what someone was saying in the comments. She's a twin too. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay. Thank you, Jessica. Everyone getting me up onto that Panchik trivia. Hey, so when you get married, I'm like people in the family like feel obligated to go, right? All your siblings are like, "Yay, congratulations!" And then they get off the phone with you. They're like, "Fuck, I gotta rework my schedule. I gotta." Is the games like that too? Do your siblings all feel obligated to come to Madison?
No. It used to be like that.
And then what happened? Life sets in. People got jobs and kids.
Yeah, everybody has a family, which is totally understandable. But again, it's my job, and I'm not going and watching them do their job.
So you're cool with it?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I get it. My sister, she'll be on her honeymoon then.
What about your wife's family? Do they come to Madison?
I think her sister might be coming to Madison. Most of those guys work, so they'll pop to like Wadapalooza and some other events. Like they were at semifinals.
How does your how is your wife doing with you going to the games for the 2nd year in a row? Pumped? Stoked for you?
Yeah, she's excited. She'll do everything she can to help me and just take some stress off.
Is she a how involved is she? Is she like, does she know the ins and outs of your CrossFit career?
Yeah.
She does. So she's a bit of a fan too. Like when I talk to Jake Gazan, Alex's husband, he's like not only the husband, but he's a huge fan of his wife. Is she a huge fan too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, because she came out here to Utah with me. She works remotely, so she's able to come and do everything with me, which is awesome.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
If you needed to go somewhere and you didn't want her to come, would you tell her? Like when I told my mom I'm going to, I better rephrase this. If I tell my mom something like, "Hey, I'm going to," or even my wife, "I'm going to go film something somewhere." Let's say I'm going to, I don't know, Paris to film something. They might say, "Oh, can I come?" And I'll be like, "No, it's fucking work. No, you can't come. I'm up at 5 a.m. Get home at 10 p.m. and you're just gonna stress me out."
Yeah, I mean, there'll be times like, I mean, we'll have a conversation about it if we don't think it's a good choice, but yeah, I mean, we're just very transparent with each other.
Yeah. Yeah, that's huge. Because it's not that you don't want them to come. It's just like you're trying to make this like streamlined as fast as you can, so you then can get back back to your life.
Yeah, because I mean, there's some stuff that we'll do. We're like, oh man, like this will be a cool trip, or this one's more. I'll be there for 24 hours. Like it's not really worth it.
How old are you, Spencer?
27.
In how many years did you try to make it to the games before you made it last year?
I mean, in my head, I've said it since Scott went in 2012.
No shit. When you were that young,
was it realistic? No. But I feel like that's what really drove me, because I was always chasing his numbers, and until I
you were
passed
15 then. You were 15, right?
Somewhere in there.
What year were you born? Are you born in 97?
96.
96. Okay, so you were like, yeah, 50, 60. So from 16 years old, you were like determined.
Yeah, I was really young. And it definitely wasn't realistic. I don't think until I was like probably 20. It's just, I think the guys, we don't really grow into our bodies and get that man strength until you hit your 20s, I feel like.
And so did you ever see the I'm guessing at some point you were certain were you certain, like at 19 years old, were you certain, okay, it's inevitable that I'd go to the games? And then did that ever dim? Like before last year, were you ever like, fuck, this might not happen?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's dimmed a little bit. Like I went in, like tried to do like different things, and I just kept getting pulled back into CrossFit. It's an addiction to me. Like I can't stop. I didn't want to leave it.
So a couple years ago, before you made it to games, there was a chance where you let your brain go like, okay, maybe I should do this.
Well, I went in, I did like the police academy, because I thought that was something that I wanted to do alongside CrossFit. And then I was like, no, like I'm not stopping this. And I came back, and yeah, I couldn't give it up. Like I couldn't walk away from it.
How was the police academy? Tell me about that. How far down did you make it?
I made it really far in, and then I ran into some issues with our gym. We lost because I had an affiliate with my twin brother Saxon, and we lost a couple coaches. So I ended up having to pull out of the academy to go back into running the gym. And then once I got back in there, I was like, no, like I need to stick to CrossFit. Like this is what I want to do.
Is that are you good at managing stress? That sounds crazy stressful to me. Like be doing the academy and then have to pull out, and then you lose some coaches, and then to make a life decision to go back to wanting to go to the games. Sounds.
Yeah, it was really stressful. Like, cause I had to drive an hour into it. So I was up at like 3:34 in the morning, and then I'd go in, I'd get out at 3, coach classes, and then train, and then do it again. So I did that for probably like 3 or 4 months. And then I was like, I need to, like, once I ran into that issue with the coaches in the morning, I ended up coming back in and doing some of those classes. And it's like, this is what I need to do.
And you just pull out of the academy. You just tell your instructors, hey, I'm out.
Yeah, it was really hard to do, because I don't like walking away from anything. But at the same time, I felt like I was walking away from CrossFit too. and that was I just felt like that was where I belonged. I feel like I was given like these gifts to be like an athlete, and like we were going through like the PT tests and stuff like that. And for me, it was really hard because a lot of those guys couldn't pass the PT test. So like, I mean, I offered a free membership to everybody that was in my class or everybody that was in the academy to come into my gym. And that was how I wanted to give back and really help those guys out, because I don't know, I felt like I was being called in that direction for a reason. And I think it was more so on the fitness side of it. So I ended up offering a membership to a lot of the people in the academy so that they could finish their PT test and pass.
Even though you were leaving, you still offered it to them.
Yeah. I mean, some of them were coming in before, and then, I just let everybody come in, and some people did, some people didn't. It's just, yeah.
And when you say that, it sounds like what you're trying to say is that they made a mistake. Like, hey, dude, if you want to become a police officer, you should take me up on this and get in shape. It's paramount to the job. Yeah.
And I think with first responders, I think fitness is the most important thing. Because I actually I did like my EMT before the police academy, like 2 or 3 years before, because I felt like I was being pulled in that direction too. When I was younger, we had an accident, and the firefighters, I fell off a cliff when we were younger, and the firefighters, they weren't fit enough to get us off the cliff. They couldn't carry the stoke baskets up. So my brother ended up carrying the stoke baskets up to us, and they're like, my back hurts. Like, I can't do this. And it's like, this is your job. Like how can you step in and try and save people's lives if you don't feel like you're fit enough? So like, that was why I was really kind of led into the direction of like first responders. But I believe I have a bigger platform to be able to do that through CrossFit and social media, and like really being able to like spread awareness of how important it is to be healthy to do your job.
I can't remember who it was, either you or Saxon. The first time I interviewed you, gave us all a very detailed account of that.
It was probably Saxon.
Of that event. It was a wild fucking story, but I don't remember that part. So you're telling me that there was a basket that they had to put you in to pull you up off the, and it was near death experience you guys had. And you're telling me that they had to, which one of your brothers carried the basket there?
Steve.
No shit.
Because it was like a cliff, and then like it was like a hill, and then it like dropped off to a cliff, and then there was like another hill that came up to it.
So like he showed up at the accident.
He was actually the first one to find us, believe it or not.
And he wasn't even there hiking with you guys?
Because I called 911, and all I saw was a railroad track. So he ran down there and was running. He was running like the railroad track, and was able to find us first.
Holy shit. Hey, when they couldn't do that, carry the basket to you, and he offered, did they push back at first, or did they just accept his help?
I think he just grabbed it and went. That one guy said, I think the one guy's like, my back or something like that. And I think he just grabbed it and went.
Holy shit, dude. That's crazy. And that story sticks with you. And that's why that story has obviously influenced you. That stuck with you. Yeah.
I feel like I felt like I had a calling to like go in and do something with the first responders. And I think that's what I wanted to do. That's why I kind of kept stepping away from CrossFit, but I feel like there's a bigger plan to be able to keep doing CrossFit and really just spread awareness of fitness. And I love first responders. Like my oldest brother's a police officer. And I think there's like, I just think it needs to be a priority to really put your health first in order to do your job. I just think, I know the schedule's so hard with what those guys do. And I just wish, like departments and stuff would give these guys like more time to be able to really prioritize that, because I feel like when you step out, it's like you have your family time, and it's just a very overwhelming job.
Where's your brother a cop at?
He's in Pennsylvania.
In every way, it helps everyone the better shape they're in. In every fucking way. Just it's kind of like I was at the park the other day, and there was a couple kids getting crazy there, young kids, 6, 7 years old, and my son was there, and he was with a bunch of his friends, and one of the kids started getting like crazy and violent and hitting all the other kids, and I remember all the other kids like getting aggressive back, but my son's been doing martial arts fucking, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 days a week for 3 or 4 years, and he just went over and kind of disarmed the kid, like put his arm around him, took the stick away from him, teased him, picked him up over his shoulder and carried him. Didn't even know the kid, but just is so confident in his movements and in his body. And it's like, yeah, you get a cop out there who's in fucking amazing shape, feels fucking amazing, and someone's losing their shit. They don't have to go straight to fucking, hey, we got to fucking grab a gun or a taser or the spray, right? I mean, like Blade, one of the guys in the audience here. He's 6'2". He's in fucking great fucking shape. You see him and you're like, all right, I'm not going to fuck around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He shows up with this fucking little police uniform on.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot of people that I think Alex Vina, is that his name?
He's a cop. Right.
I think he's a cop too.
Right.
So like it's possible to really be able to do it all. But yeah, I think health is just like the number one thing. I think when you look at these first responders jobs, like you have people's lives in your hands. And I think that's such a priority to put your health first.
It's funny too. What sucks is that could be driven by the general public. Like if they truly gave a shit, like they say stuff like cops need more training or more this or more that. But how about just giving them the fundamental respect to like let them get in shape?
Yeah. Like
the people at Facebook have a fucking cafeteria with shit food in it. Why not make cafeterias for all the cops where there's like good food in it?
Yeah.
Michael Banyan. Good luck, Spencer. Oh shit, that's a lot of money. Do you know who that is?
I do not.
Oh. Thank you, Michael. Shit. Like he's got an OG shirt on.
That's what's up.
A lot of the people who've been coming on the show have been saying that this is the hardest training they're doing now of the year, just leading up to the games. Is that your story too?
Yeah, I just hit yesterday was like my peak training day, so we'll start going into a taper leading into the games. But yeah, I was like, man, like because I flew home for a wedding and then ended up coming back here, so I was like home for like 24 hours, and I was just like, oh my goodness, like what is going on?
Spencer, why do that? Why fly home? Why not like just tell the wedding people, hey, I just can't?
It was my sister.
Oh, all right. Is there anything positive about it? Like, are you glad you did it? Like, you get to, is there any recharge? Is there anything redeeming about it? You get to hug your mom and get a little energy off of her. Or you get to see your like, or is it like, fuck it?
No, it was perfect. It was like a little, I think this point of training, it's like, it gets a little bit like, just really like mentally like grueling. And for me, I just, to like change up my environment, it's really like energizing for me.
Oh, okay. Good. All right. I like to hear that. Bernie Gannon, to close on the police thing. Yeah, this is what I was trying to say. Thanks, Bernie, for summing up my word salad. In police work, just being fit prevents bad situations. An obvious lack of fitness invites disrespect and potential physical challenges. Yeah. No. I don't respect anyone who's like holding up their pants while they're fucking talking to me. You know what I mean? They're constantly doing that. Like
yeah.
Humpty Dumpty's yelling at me. Sorry, dude. Not trying to be a dick, but
yeah, I just wish it would be prioritized, whether through the department or on their. I think right now most people have to do it on their own, which that's your career path you picked. So I agree.
Elise Carr Ridow, how rude to plan a wedding during game season. Heidi Krum, I agree. These people. When do you head out to Madison, and where do you stay?
I'm leaving next Friday, so I end up getting an Airbnb out there.
The 28th.
Yeah. So because it's a couple days to just get used to like because there's no humidity out here in Utah. So just to get out there and get used to some humidity.
And you see that the games now don't start on Wednesday with a Thursday off. It looks like they start on Thursday the 3rd. Any implications? Like, does that tell you anything?
No. I mean, I feel like in years past, it's said one thing and we've done another thing, or they've done another thing.
So you're open to anything. You're open to it getting switched back to Wednesday anyway.
Yeah.
Last minute. Okay.
I feel like at the games, it's always like a constant, the schedule's always changing. So just being ready for anything.
And in the Airbnb, same one you had last year?
No, I stayed in a hotel. I'm actually staying with Scott this year.
Oh, and he's going Masters.
Yeah, he'll be Masters.
And he'll be there with your sister-in-law?
Yeah. So he's going, I think the Masters are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I'll get a chance to pop in and watch him a little bit, and then we'll switch roles. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
No shit. So does he have a coach's pass?
I think he does, but I'm not taking it because I don't want to commit, and I'll be doing other stuff too. So I'm gonna pop over when I can.
But I mean, will he be back? Who goes in the back for you? Is it Nick?
Nick will be in the back for me. Yeah.
Nick will be in the back. Awesome. And did you have him last year? Oh, bye. See you. Nice talking to you. That was fun. Jelly's coming on. I know I'm saying his name wrong. I better figure that out in 4 minutes.
I don't know why it keeps going out.
I like it. It gives me some alone time. Was he your coach last year?
Scott was in the back with me last year.
So this is your first year with Fowler?
Yeah. So I had a chance to work with Nick at semifinals, and just the importance of being able to have some experience in the back together.
This semifinals?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long has he been your coach though? Less than a year?
I worked with him a little bit last year, but he didn't come to semifinals. So I ended up having Scott. Scott was in the back with me at the games last year.
Awesome. All right, dude. Thanks for coming on. Once again, I'm sorry about the 15-minute delay.
Oh, you're good. Sorry about my thing going out.
Perfect. I'm glad we got I'm glad we got the connection fixed. Was this whole interview on cellular?
I think so.
Yeah, that's.
I had to take it off. I don't know. The Wi-Fi kept going in and out.
All right. Well, your cellular is awesome. All right, dude. I hope to see you soon.
Awesome. Thanks for having me on. I'll see you.
Yep. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
Spencer Panchik. Did I call him Scott at all at the end there? I thought maybe I fucked up and called him Scott. Pool boy, tell Spencer to close his Pornhub tab. That'll help. Okay. Solid advice from experience. Yeah, I think this guy's name is Hella. Hella? But it's spelled Jelly. Jelle. You know why I was late? Do you want to know why? I don't really want to tell you guys why I was late. This dude who's coming on might be the baddest dude at the games this year. Oh, there he is. Hey.
Hello.
God, I'm so sorry. What a jackass. You even sent the text that said 8 a.m. And then I was like, see you in 45 minutes. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Schedule is crazy. Scheduling is crazy. Are you in a dungeon?
No, I just finished my workout 5 minutes ago. That's me.
Yeah, look at this.
A long time ago.
Hey, dude, you might be the toughest dude at the games this year.
Toughest? Okay.
Yeah, like if there was a fight, my money would be on you.
Thanks.
Are you kidding me, Andrew? He says that Noah could beat you up. Andrew Hiller says Noah could beat you up. Not better than Noah. I'm telling you. You're out of your fucking...
Fight?
Noah can't fight. Maybe Noah has like a smile. He'll smile at you and you won't be able to punch him because he's too nice.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that superhero that could smile and stop a punch. Hey, will you pronounce your name for me? I've been calling you Jelly.
Yeah, that's my American name.
What's your real name? What's your mom call you?
Jelle.
Yella. Like the
Yes.
rapper, like Yellow Wolf. Yella.
Probably yes. I don't know.
And then say your last name for me.
Hoste.
And is that in what country are you from?
Belgium.
Oh, that's the same company. Same company.
Company.
I guess you could say that. It's the same country that Mano Anganese is at.
Yes, indeed. We are in the utmost corners of the country, let's say. But
Yeah,
yes.
your country's only this big. You could still throw a rock and hit her house.
If you compare it to the States, probably yes. In 2
Hey,
hours, you're in the other side of the country.
Jelle, do you speak Dutch?
Yes, that's my mother language.
Yeah. Okay. And she's Italian. I don't think she spoke Dutch. She spoke
No, her
French.
native language is French, indeed. She's from
Yeah.
the lower part of Belgium, and I'm from the upper part.
You're going to the CrossFit Games.
Yes, indeed.
And you won 3 events at the semifinals. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, if I reflect to it, indeed, everything went well.
And was this your first year competing at that level? Had you ever competed at a I don't know what they were before, at a semifinal or a regional, whatever the fuck they call that?
No, it was my first time at the semifinals. Yes.
Yeah, this is nuts. Look at the people who were there: Lazar Jukic, Henrik Happelainen, Moritz Fiebig. You took 4th. Are you tripping a little bit, or are you like, nope? This is what I trained for.
No, the results are what I expected because we had a lot of time to practice it and to prepare for it. I didn't know where I would end up in amongst the fields, of course. Turned out good. What can I say? I'm happy.
You beat Jana Koski and Bjorgvin Karl Gudmundsson.
In some workouts, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and you finished above them. I mean, and these are kind of like those are 2 of the best of the best. Are you the first guy from has anyone from Belgium ever made it to the games before? I mean, besides that year where everyone got to go?
In this format for sure, like with semifinals and everything, but there were some national champs who went to the games before from Belgium.
Yeah.
So in that regard, I was not the first one, but yeah. I also qualified as national champion in 2019, where they cut the field because of Corona, and yeah, it doesn't have the same value to me if you qualify like through regionals or through national champion, because Belgium is pretty small, and yeah,
I agree.
at least that's my opinion.
Yeah, this is crazy. What was he doing? Let me see. Someone's Lazar was blowing smoke. Oh, he was? Lazar was talking some shit about Jelle?
Always.
Was that on this podcast? I can't remember. First place on the machine sled pool workout. Any surprise there? Or are you like, yeah, I'm a big guy. What do you expect?
Yeah, I felt very excited about that workout because it was all grunt work and machines, and yeah, actually a dream workout for me. So yeah, turned
All
out
good.
good.
And then you go to the 5th workout and you take first place again, and that was the 8 snatches, and then the sprint 800-meter sprint. Your snatching's good already. You no problem with the snatches.
Yeah, I love snatches. It's my favorite weightlifting movement, let's say. So yeah, snatching and running is also a good combo for me.
So the big guy can snatch and run. And then the final workout, that was the bike, toes to bar, and then carry that bag. No problem with the toes to bar for a big guy?
I struggled a bit with hitting the mat at every rep, the flooring, because it was pretty low, the regional standards of the height. But yeah, I love toes to bar, and 20 unbroken is not a big issue. So it was basically how fast can you pull open the bike.
I heard you say that you're 1.9 meters, so that would be 6 feet, and you're over 6 feet 2 inches tall in my language.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Are you like obviously tall? You walk into a room, like is it rare that you see someone taller than you when you walk around during the day? Are you the tallest person you usually see?
Yeah, usually I don't have to look up a lot to
Yeah.
literally when I enter a room.
God, this
Only
is gonna be
my brother-in-law is 2 meters and 2, so that's the only guy I really have to look up to in the air when I see him.
And yet at 6'2", you're still extremely agile.
Yeah.
Crazy, dude. This is gonna be so fun to watch you there at the games. Are Jelle, are you married?
No, I'm what just said before, engaged. So we're
Engaged.
marrying next year.
And do you guys live together?
Yeah, we've been together for 10 years now, 10 years and a half, and we live basically 5 years together.
And how old did you say you were?
28.
28. And you didn't start CrossFit till you were 21?
Yeah, correct.
Man.
Did good research.
I'm trying to understand this video here. This is this is a picture walking out of your house into your backyard.
Yes,
and
correct.
then
poof, a home gym.
Yeah, so explain that to me. I don't understand this room. So this is your backyard looking, shouldn't that be like, I don't understand this room. I've never seen a room like this in a house in America. You have a room downstairs that exits out to your backyard that's a gym?
Yeah, it's I started because I have pretty busy schedule, and I started working out a little bit on the attic, so the upperst room in the house. But yeah, my wife sleeps under it, so when I do early workouts and I do double unders, it's not so pleasant. So then I was playing with the idea of having a home gym in the backyard, and it turned out like kind of pool house without pool. And the only requirement for my wife was it had to be nice looking from the outside, and I just wanted to space outside without disturbing her sleep or breaking the floor in the house.
So I think I understand this now. This building is not attached to the house.
No, it's like the house is here, and then we have like 10 meters grass, and then it's the opposite of the backyard. It's the end of the backyard.
No shit. So now I get it. Jelle, you built your own gym on your property.
Yes, indeed.
Wow, that's serious. You did judo for 14 years. Can you practice judo in there too, or have you kind of abandoned judo?
I mixed it a bit in the beginning, but in the end, the risks of getting injured or niggles are like too big if you take CrossFit seriously. So I abandoned it completely now.
Hey, what's the worst injury you've had during judo? You broken some fingers? Broken a leg?
I have a whole library of documents with the doctor. A lot of things broke 3 times my arm, basically every toe, a lot of things, ligaments. Yeah, it's a high injury rate at judo.
And basically you can't afford to have you can't break your hand or even a couple fingers just fooling around with judo. It would just stop your CrossFit training, or it would impede it dramatically.
Yeah, indeed, it affects a lot the CrossFit. In judo, when you break a toe, you can tape it together and yo.
Yeah, you want some of this?
Yeah, sorry. I'm at the gym.
No,
I didn't make it home at time, so I'm in the, I don't know, supply room or something.
Where it's so you're not training at home. You're at some like local affiliate.
No, yes, I'm at the affiliate now, so it's.
Look, it's the everything room. There was a spot for little kids in there too.
Yes, his car and his diapers.
You were what's the highest Yellow? What's the highest level you took? It says you took a 3rd place in the Belgian championships. So you took judo seriously. You took it to the highest level.
Yes, but this year I was already not training a lot anymore. I just went with friends, some sparring like 1 time a week, but here I was probably doing already a lot of CrossFit. And it was even a category higher. I didn't want to cut my weight anymore.
Oh,
but yeah, let's say national level judo, I tried some like international competitions, European competitions, but it's a big gap in level, let's say, to make it there.
What do you think? What do you think about the difference in your sports? In judo, it's you're fighting against another guy. There's another guy trying to stop you, and in CrossFit there isn't. It's just you, right?
Yes, indeed. It's easier to train for sure because I was in a weight category in a small country where we don't have a lot of partners, so there's a lot of travel to all the edges of the country to find good sparring partners, and then you have 1 or 2. So in bigger countries, it's a bit easier. And for CrossFit, you just need a barbell and it weighs and stays the same everywhere you are. So yeah, it's cool.
And do you like it that no one's trying to stop you from doing what you want to do? It's just you. It's all about you.
Yes, indeed. It's all in your hands. And also, the outcome is mostly the same in CrossFit. Like if you can do a certain amount of one movement or you lift a weight, you will probably be able to lift it. In judo, you can be 5-time world champion and you can lose to a lower level guy with 1 step in the wrong direction. So it makes us interesting, but also more stressful.
When I think of Europeans, this is I saw this on your Instagram. This is what I think of you guys. This is like I think that you're all like this. I think that like I imagine all of you in Europe like getting in a pool that has a piece of ice over it.
That was tough though.
Yeah, look at you. I can't tell if the water's hot or cold. Look at this guy screams. This guy screams. Who's that guy?
That guy. My father-in-law.
Hey, does he ever go in?
No.
That's it for him?
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, is that burning your...
I was trying to control my breathing and do a proper warm-up and control the mind, that he was like freaking out from the first second we went out. And if you don't control your breathing and your mind, you will not stay in for long. It stops all the time.
Where is this?
It's at the house of my parents-in-law.
Hey. Dude, crazy. Whose idea was it you would go in there?
I think it was on Easter or something, or We were just having a family gathering dinner, and we look out, and the pool is frozen. I saw a guy doing it. I think I can do it too. And then we all.
Hey, is that burning your skin? Is that burning your skin? Like it's so cold it burns your skin a little?
Yeah, it's definitely a weird experience. It was the first time I did it, and when you go out, it tingles everywhere, and it takes like 50 minutes to get back to homeostasis.
Hey, look at the end of the pool, how the ice is cut the same shape as the pool. Did you have to push that ice away from the edge so you could climb in? Is that one giant sheet of ice and you pushed it down so you could get in?
It
See
was
how the
one
line is
giant
perfect?
sheet,
Yeah.
but there's some. The water is flowing in from the other side, so there it doesn't freeze. It only freezes in the middle.
Crazy. Yeah, that's what I think. When I think of Europeans, I just think that's the kind of stuff you guys are just like always doing. Just cold and swimming around in ice. And
where I'm from in Belgium, it's right now the 2020s, it barely freezes. Like it snows like only one day a year anymore. Before it was more, and now it's like only 1 day, 2 days.
what do your in-laws think about your CrossFit habit?
Excuse me, what is in-laws?
Your wife's mom and dad.
Yeah, they love it. They support me in 100%. They are even coming to support me to the game. So yeah, it's crazy. It's nice. They support me. They come to watch the competitions.
Do you like that support? Do you like them? Do you like your in-laws? Do you like your
Yeah, I like them a lot.
Good family stuff.
It's nice to have in-laws like this because if you have to fight or disagree all the time, it's like I think we never had like a dispute, or like a fight about something. It matches well also with her parents and my parents, so it definitely makes a lot of things easy.
Hey, how old were you when you learned English?
I think when I was 10 or 11 years old, when I had my first Game Boy and I was playing Pokemon. That was the first time I was in touch with English.
Do you think playing video games helped you learn English?
Yeah, of course, because I wanted to beat the game and I didn't understand a single word. So I was on Google Translate all the time.
Wow, that's the first positive thing I've ever heard about video games. I love it. Because now your English is great. You know some big words. I heard you say format and dispute, and your English is solid.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are those your two languages, Dutch and English? Any others?
French. I also speak French. But like, I think French is my least good language.
This guy, Christian Kettler, says the dude's hammer was never seen again. Meaning after you went in the cold water, your penis disappeared and it never was seen again. No one ever saw your penis again.
Yeah, and that water, it was even negative. It was inside, I think.
Probably that's healthy. That's how it should react. That's what a healthy penis does. This look at this video here. Look how you get on the bike here. I don't know if I started the video too soon. Let me see if I can how do I make it go away and come back? Let's see if I can do it. Look how you get on the bike here from the back like this. I'm only 5'5". I'm 1 meter.
1 meter.
Yeah, I'm just 1 meter. You're 1.9 meters. That's how a big man gets on a bike, right? Normal people don't get on a bike like that.
Yeah, that's for me most efficient way to get on it.
Yeah, the rest of us normal people, we get on from the side. You get on from the back.
I think you can do it.
No.
You adjust the pedals well.
I'd have to jump. Hey, who's your coach, Jelle?
Andre is coaching me. Andre Hoste from No Shortcuts Training.
And do you ever get to see him?
Yes, I went 2 times to Denmark to train, to have a semi-final prep camp and to train together early this year. Yeah, we have a lot of calls. I saw him at semi-finals. Yeah, I see him often enough, I think.
He's got a little bit of a scientist vibe to him. Like he's very serious about his and meticulous about his job, his position as the coach. Is that true?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's also a thing I appreciate a lot about him. Like, if he says something or he gives a word or he commits to something, you are sure he will do it. He will reach it. He will get it. It's like, yeah, it means a lot to work with somebody who is like this. I really appreciate that because I'm also like this, and yeah, it matches this way.
And you're new with him, right? Like in the last year?
Excuse me, you new with him?
Your relationship with Andre Hoste is new. Maybe 1
new,
year?
yes. Yeah, and yeah, we started December last year. So yeah, pretty new, yes.
And when he sees an athlete like you, what does he say? Do you tell him, "Hey, Andre, I want to go to the games," and he says, "Okay, I can help you get there," or does he say, "Hey, you need to be more realistic. You're too big to go to the games"?
No, it's actually when I started No Shortcuts, I started with a generic program, and he directly reached out and like said, "Hi, welcome to the program." So I think a basic message everybody gets, and you have to put in your goals and what you're training and everything. And then I put there CrossFit Games, and he's like, "Yeah, check out the program for this cycle, which was 1 month, and if you need anything, or let me know how it was." And I liked it a lot, and I said to him after 1 month, like, "Yeah, it's a cool program. I like it. It's very structured. I know where it's heading to, but I miss some more work on my weaknesses." And then we jumped on a call, and he said, "Oh, your goals are making to the CrossFit Games." I said, "Yes, that's the goal." It's like he didn't doubt it or said it's too high, or it was just like, "Okay, let's make a plan and let's see how it works."
And that was that.
Yeah, it's crazy if you think about it, but
It's so crazy. You're 28. You started when you were 21. When did you have aspirations to go to the games? How long were you doing CrossFit before you're like, okay, maybe I want to go to the highest level?
I think even before I started CrossFit, when I saw the Netflix series and the YouTube videos, it's like, I think I can do that. It would be nice, but then I was too much into judo still, and then a box opens nearby, and then it was like, you do one competition, you do two competitions, and you do the open every time, and you see like the gap getting closer. And like 3 years ago, it was like starting to get very close, and then you dial more things in more seriously, and yeah, till the point now.
Let me use this as a guide. How long were you doing CrossFit before the first time you did 2 workouts in one day?
1 year probably.
Okay, so you were addicted quickly.
Yeah, for sure. It's and you see other people training 2 times a day, so you directly think like, okay, if they do it, I think I need to do it as well. And
Right.
Yeah, but it was in the beginning. It's built up progressively. I'm not doing the volume back 5 years ago that I'm doing now, but it's like just starting dialing in morning workouts, like 1 morning workout, 2 morning workouts, then 3 days a week, and just some cardio, some running, then starting some weightlifting in the morning, trying out what works, what doesn't work, and yeah, basically what suits my schedule at that time, and yeah, progressively, and I think that's the way to go. That's always how I worked.
Mr. Olson, good morning. Just dropping in to say good morning to Jelle. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
And thank you for the money always. How old were you when your judo peaked, Jelle? And it had to have been after you started CrossFit, right? And how did CrossFit affect your judo? Did it help it?
I think I sucked pretty hard at judo till the point I was 17 years old. Then I was a national champion. Then I was like, okay, this might work. And then I got picked up by the national team. And then you go to nice training camps and have better trainings. But yeah, it progressed and progressed. But till the point that, how do you say, the sacrifices get too big for the gains I had. And yeah, then CrossFit came, and I wish I practiced CrossFit before, much more before, because like the picture you showed at the Belgium Championship, I did only 1 time judo a week, and I felt at my best. Like, not the techniques, they were not like dialed in anymore like before, but like I could keep going. Like, yeah, the physical aspect was at my peak there, I think.
So there was a little bit of crossover, but you wish there would have been more.
Yes, I had some like supplementary training or training to the judo, which was a bit of running and a bit of weight training, bodybuilding. But I think CrossFit is a much better addition to judo than training it all separately.
Yeah. And for people who don't know, judo is a pretty serious martial art. It's you know, you see the best fighters in the world in the UFC. You see judo in so many of the fights. I mean, it's not, especially at the level you did it. It's not a wishy-washy martial art. It's the real deal. You know what's crazy? We don't even have judo in my town. If we had judo, my kids do jiu-jitsu and striking and kickboxing. But if we had judo or sambo here, I would sign them up for that for 100%. Also, it's weird that we don't have judo. Do you guys have sambo there?
No, sambo is not really common in Belgium. More in, I think there are some clubs in the Netherlands, but this, for example, is less known here. But judo is very popular. Like in every town, you have a club. And
how about jiu-jitsu? Is jiu-jitsu pretty popular there?
In the end of my judo career, like 7-8 years ago, there start to pop up first in the capital, Brussels, and now like also you have pretty much jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu clubs. Jiu-jitsu, not super much.
Johnny says, I doubt you're going to need a translator for the next guy. You're doing good. I'm telling you, Semenoff. No, I watched a bunch of Jelle's podcasts already. His English is amazing. Semenoff's English, I think, is not so good. Sevan, can you have Jelle pronounce the name of his gym? What's the name of your gym that you go to?
It's mirrored. It's CrossFit Kortrijk.
Kortrijk.
Kort is basically in English short, and Rijk is rich, so it doesn't make sense in English.
Short rich. That's like me. I'm short and rich. I'm short rich. I like that. That should be my nickname. Kortrijk. although you wish you would have done CrossFit sooner as a supplement to your judo career, there's still judo prepared you. The discomfort and the struggles that you experienced in judo training made you perfect for CrossFit. That you training judo at the highest level was extremely, extremely hard.
Yeah, it's I cannot compare it to other martial arts sport, but it's very tough, especially the training camps. Like when you have to spar 2 times 2 hours a day, it's if you do it the first time, you're wrecked. It's crazy.
Would you say that your judo career was harder than your CrossFit career? That your judo training was harder? Can you compare them?
In terms of it's different. In terms of damage to the body, judo is a lot harder because in CrossFit you only have like the damage you do to yourself, like the muscles that contract and the weights you lift. But in judo you have to contract all the muscles, but you also have the external damage, like all the throws and the falls and the kicks, and you cannot kick, but there are a lot of kicks and hits, and yeah, you have a lot of bruises and itching knees, and yeah. Since I started CrossFit, I didn't have an injury, like a serious injury, like breaking an arm or a leg or tearing something.
Right, right.
So in that view, it's easier, but the intensity can be harder in CrossFit.
Elise Carradau, she has a question. Jelle, am I saying your name right? Jelle?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Jelle? By the way, do you rap? Do you do any rapping?
Rapping? No.
Yeah, no, you don't rap at all. Okay. Elise Carradau, are you willing to let Sevan get inspiring behind the scenes footage of you this year? That for some reason these people think that there's a chance I'll be doing the behind the scenes this year. If I were in Madison, would you talk to me with the camera during the week, Mr. Jelle?
If it's outside the events, yes, but if it's in the warm-up zone, I might be not very talkative. So
yeah, that's okay. I'll do all the talking. I'll do all the talking.
But if it doesn't affect my performance, yeah, sure, we can have a chat.
Oh, you're a good dude. All right. Yeah, I'm like, I'll if I'm there, I'll be like a ghost.
But if you are like putting a mic when I'm running, then I think I will ignore it.
Perfect. Yes. Are you good at ignoring stuff?
I'm good at focusing, yes.
Yeah, good. Wow, you understood the question. Fantastic. I love it. Is Houdet going there as your coach? Will he be your coach there?
Yeah, we do one final week of preparation there and dial in some last physical and mental stuff, and he's also competing, so he will not be like there all the time, but for me it's fine. And I think in the end he cannot change or do a lot. He can prepare me the best possible, but once there, yeah, you have to do it yourself.
Who will get your coach's pass?
My girlfriend, my fiancée.
And is she prepared to see you? And does she know how to handle you in this situation? By the time Sunday comes, you're going to be a different person.
Yeah, she knows how to handle me the best. When she can talk, when she cannot talk to me, when she... Yeah, it's good. We don't have to talk, and she knows what to do. It's I think after 10 years, that's the result.
And Jelle, you've never been in a situation like this. 5 days. This will be your first time in your life with 5 days of intense competition. A judo tournament's maybe 2 days. Semifinals is 3 days. This will be your longest competition ever, right? Most demanding, mentally and physically.
Yeah, on paper, yes.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes. It will probably be less volume that we are used to in training, but the intensity will be higher, so it will definitely be interesting to see how the body reacts.
Corey Leonard. I don't know if I'm going to like this comment. Clearly, Jelle has never seen the behind the scenes. Sevan does 90% of the talking, and everyone he talks to just pops their pants from what Sevan says. Oh, poops. Jeez Louise. Okay. I knew I wasn't going to like that. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Corey. Remind me to not have you be my agent. Have you peaked your training yet? Have you had your hardest training day of the year yet? Are you tapering already?
Yeah, I think this week will be the last hardest week, and then from next week on it will be deload will start, tape will start, and just finishing touches. I think now in this stage you can only fuck up or get injured, so yeah.
Do you feel you are absolutely peaked? Like when you climbed into bed last night, were you like, yeah, I'm good. I can't wait to take this guy out and for a little test ride.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm at the best shape I ever been, so I cannot complain. The body is holding up and the mind is in the right place, so I would directly sign to be in this state if I knew it before.
Say that again. I didn't understand that. You would what?
I don't know if it's an English saying as well. In Dutch, we say we should sign for it. It's like, yeah.
You're ready.
Yeah.
Like the way you would sign for a package, you're ready.
When
Bring
you
it
would
on.
sign a contract, like if they give you on paper, like you will feel this, it might well be like this. Do you want it? And then I sign for it.
Yeah, I appreciate you trying some Belgian phrases on us, translating English for us. Look at you. You're like a real athlete. You've been sitting too long already. You need to get out there and run some laps. Hey, did you almost make it to the games last year, but you had a filming debacle that kept you out?
Yeah, exactly. I heard was it yesterday or the day before you had Manon on it? You touched it already a bit, and it's basically we were doing it together with me and Manon, and I wanted to do a redo to maximize my score and to do it as late as possible to maximize my rest. And we were convinced the deadline was the same as the 3 years before. We didn't check it, so that was 100% on us. And when we wanted to submit the score, we saw that the time zone conversion is different because some summer and winter time is different in the States and here. I think it's 2 weeks difference when we change it, and basically that fucked it up.
And that was for going from quarterfinals to semifinals? That was your quarterfinals workout?
Yeah, correct.
Do you think you would have made it last year?
I'm sure because it was basically the first day that we fucked up, and then we were like a little bit distracted, and we knew we would possibly not make it anymore. But we had still hope, like, if we explain the situation, it's human, and they will probably. We had like the hope that they would rectify it. But so we finished all the workouts. We put in the rest of the scores, and if we like put in the time we were not able to put in, you see, I was around 30th or something. I think it's even higher that I finished this year in quarters. So we would have both made it, me and Manon.
That's crazy. That like changes. God, did you cry from that? Did you cry? Go home and cry?
Cry not. It sucked, and I was a bit disappointed. But first, I just wanted to fix it, mailing to CrossFit HQ to Adrian, and but then once I got like the final mail of like, sorry, we cannot do anything about it, like good luck for next year, then I like not cry, but I was a little bit down about it, like for 2 more days, and then it was basically. I told the story on my Instagram already. I went up to the bathroom and I was like writing games 2023 on my mirror, and ever since then, every time I go to shower, I see this, and I lived 1 year to like 1 year 30 to this moment. Yeah, 1 year and a half. Sorry.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Fucking nuts. I like 1 year 30. That's good. That's like mixing time domains, days and minutes. 1 year 30. I like it. A coffee pods and wads. Imagine the feeling of your heart falling through your asshole. This is how Irish people talk. When you realize you missed the deadline. Yeah, that's, I mean, did you want to get sick if you didn't cry? Did you feel sick to your stomach?
It makes a weird feeling in your stomach when you open the submission site and you
Yeah.
see like deadline is closed, and it's like, no, it's not possible. Refresh.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like what? And we had basically like already uploaded the videos like 6 hours before from the
Yeah.
first attempt.
Yeah.
Just because it's a ritual, you finish the workout, you scroll to the iPad and you directly upload it because you don't want technical errors.
Yeah.
And we sent screenshots. We proved that we did it in the right time, but we have to submit it in the right time, not just do it. So, yeah.
Crazy. Hey, this 5K event, is that a win for the tall Belgian man, Jelle Hostess?
I was not mad about seeing that event dropped. Yeah, cool.
You've said that it would be nice to win an event, and now you see that event.
Yeah.
Do you know what it means to salivate?
Salivate? No.
Yeah, it's when your mouth makes water when you see like food.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah.
Yeah, you salivated a little bit. You got a little, yeah.
Saliva, is that not like the?
Yeah, you got it like you're ready to eat. You saw that and you're like, okay.
I was actually just going to run this morning when I saw it. So I wake up, I saw the event, and then I had a run session planned, and I feel great. We just still don't know how the scenario will be. Will they add a ruck or will they put a vest or?
Right.
I don't know. But cross country, yeah, I like it.
Hey, thank you so much for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I know you're counting every minute, and I really appreciate it, and I look forward to meeting you. And you're as cool as I thought you were going to be. Man, what a good group of athletes that are going to the games this year. Good people.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was a nice chat. Thanks.
Yep, anytime. And hopefully I get to see you in Madison.
Yes.
All right, brother.
You probably will.
All right.
Thank you.
Cheers. Have a good one.
Have a nice day.
Bye. Jelle Hostess. It's a good dude. You guys ever see that movie Young Guns? Emilio Estevez has that line, "Smile, I'll make you famous." You know that song? That's it. He would say that to people before he killed them. Let me see. I wonder if I can go to YouTube and just get that. Young Guns, smile, I'll make you famous. Oh man, it gives me a 4-minute clip. That's my choice. How about just like let's see. Oh, it just says, "I'll make you famous." I thought there was maybe it's from Young Guns 2. He's in the staircase. I thought he was in the staircase. "Smile, make you famous." Maybe he doesn't say smile. Does he say smile? Does anyone know? I know. I should have. Hey, I actually planned on asking him. I thought I could get away with it for him. I just forgot. Billy the Kid. Does he say it? Does he say smile, I'll make you famous? Because the only part I could find is "I'll make you famous." But I thought there was, and it's not where I remember it. I remember him being in a stairwell with a guy. Or like going up some stairs. Eaton Beaver, Sevan, what is this? Hopefully, just commit already. Oh, he says, I'll make you famous. Are you sure, Matt? He doesn't say, you don't remember Smile? Maybe it's Young Guns 2. Maybe it's Young Guns 2. Let me see. Young Guns Dose. Young Guns 2. I'll make you famous. Damn, I might have to watch both those. God. Darn it. If it's not that, it needs to be that. Young Guns 2 at 42 minutes. Are you fucking kidding me, Andrew? You're a beast. How would I find Young Guns 2? Oh, Young Guns 2 full movie on HBO or on YouTube. Oh, it's just a. Oh, that's just I'll Make You Famous though. Right, Andrew? Dang, you're good. Where is Andrew? Shit, I saw it. Oh, yeah, there he is. Young Guns 2, 42. God, that's such a good movie. Hillary, you like that movie? Oh shit. I was supposed to be gone. And I'm going to skate park. Surprise, surprise. Okay. Thanks, guys. I can't tell you why I was late today. No Smile. Yes, no smile. Yes, no smile. How about in the stairwell? It's 100 against 5. For what? The smile part? Or wait. I think it's in Young Guns 3. There's no Young Guns 3, is there? Hiller equals the GOAT. Oh, shoot. I want to be the GOAT. Get to the chopper. All right. I'll see you guys this evening. Arthur Semenoff and Kelly Baker. You know who I think we have lined up also? Two new people. Two new people I saw come onto the schedule in the last couple hours is Danielle Brandon, and I saw another Greg Glassman show come up. That's kind of cool. I always like to see both of them. I feel like I have to redeem myself with Danielle. I'm going to do like, oh, yes, please. Yes, please. I have to do a good, wholesome show with her. Oh, there it is.